గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. నేను చేసే ఈ వీడియోస్ మీ అందరికీ అర్థమవుతున్నాయి అనుకుంటాను. ఓకే, మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కామెంట్ బాక్స్లో కామెంట్ పెట్టండి. సో ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ వీడియో ఆల్రెడీ ఐ డిస్కస్డ్ అబౌట్ ద some cell organelles. What are the cell organelles? Already we discussed means nucleus and also endoplasmic reticulum is and also Golgi complex. Three cell organelles already completed. Now today I am going to discuss about the next important cell organelle. See, what is the next important cell organelle means lysosomes. Now coming to the lesson. See, lysosome. I will draw the diagram of eukaryotic cell. Already you know very well what is the important cell organelle is present in the eukaryotic cell means nucleus. How they look like? It is look like a spherical structure and also a double membranous spherical structure which is present in the cytoplasm of the cell, See, this L organelle is called what? Nucleus. Okay, then from the nucleus, from the outer membrane of the nucleus, here one more cell organelle is also arises. See, that is called endoplasmic reticulum. See, like this. This cell organelle is called what? Endoplasmic reticulum, or simply we are called as ER. Then from the endoplasmic reticulum, some vesicles will release from the endoplasmic reticulum here. Already we discussed in previous class some of the vesicles like this. So these vesicles which are coming from the endoplasmic reticulum, they are attached on the one more cell organelle here. So what is the name of this cell organelle? This is called Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Okay, this cell organelle is called what? Golgi apparatus. So in this Golgi apparatus, the same vesicles will enters into the inside of the Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. Then they are converted into modified proteins. Already we discussed glycoproteins. So then these modified proteins which are present in the Golgi complex, again they are released into the cytoplasm. Then these modified proteins, they form some cell organelles. They form, for example, these are the vesicles. some of the vesicles, they are modified into lysosome. See, this is called what? Lysosome. Understood? Some of the vesicles which are released from the Golgi complex, they are modified into one more cell organelle that is called lysosome, as well as some other kind of vesicles, they are also modified into vacuole. See, this is the vacuole. So remember, the vacuole and lysosomes both are derived from the Golgi complex. Remember that. Where the lysosomes and vacuoles are arises from the Golgi complex. Some of the vesicles which are released from the Golgi complex, some vesicles are modified into lysosome, one more cell organelle, as well as another cell organelle, vacuole. So these four cell organelles together we are called as one name. So what are the cell organelles? See, first one is ER. ER means what? Endoplasmic reticulum. Plus second one, Golgi apparatus. Plus third one is called this one, lysosomes, and fourth one is called vacuole. So these four organelles, they combine to form one system. That system name is called endomembrane system. Endomembrane system. So what is endomembrane system means? The combination of the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome and vacuole. Together we are called as a endomembrane system. Endo means inside. Membrane means membrane bounded cell organelles. So this is called endomembrane system. Okay, now coming to the lysosome. See, when we observe the lysosome, it is also look like a spherical shape. See, this is the, I will draw the lysosome diagram in separately. So what is the name of the cell organelle? Lysosome. So what kind of features we are noticed in the lysosome? See, the first feature is it is a single membrane bounded cell organelle. Which type of cell organelle? Single membrane bounded. Single membrane bound cell organelle. Cell organelle. So it is a single membrane bound cell organelle. Then inside of the lysosomes, it consists of some important enzymes are present here. Some of the enzymes. So these are called enzymes. So what kind of enzymes are present in the lysosome means they are mainly protease, next lipase, and next one is called carbohydrates. Okay, the lysosome, inside of the lysosome, it consists of some important enzymes. What are they? Protease, lipase, carbohydrates. So what is the function of these enzymes? So the proteases enzyme, it digests the proteins, and lipase enzyme, it digests the lipids, and carbohydrates, it digests the carbohydrates. So the digested enzymes which are present in the lysosome, that is the major feature of the lysosome. Okay, then what is the another important function of the lysosome? See here, in our body there are so many cells are present. For example, I will take one white blood cell. So what is the role of white blood cell? If any bacteria or any microorganism is enter into the inside of our body, the white blood cells immediately they come and eat that bacteria. So how they eat that bacteria, how the lysosomes are helpful for the white blood cells. I will give some examples. See the first example. The first example, I will take one white blood cells. For suppose this is a white blood cell. So WBC. For suppose one bacteria is enter into our body which is near to the white blood cell. So this is called, for suppose this is called one bacteria. So when the bacteria enter in our body, immediately the white blood cell, this is a white blood cells, it forms some arrangement around that bacteria like this. That means they catch the white blood cells, they catch the bacteria. Then what will happen here? The bacteria which is enters into the inside of the white blood cells. Then with the help of this organ, so the white blood cell having one specialization, it is able to move from one place to another place, but not in RBC. Like that, if they want to catch any microorganism or bacteria, it forms around the bacteria some specialized structures. So these specialized structures are called pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means false feet. The same false feet we are seen in the amoeba. So the white blood cell movement is similar to the amoeba cell. So once it catch the bacteria, and the bacteria which is enters into the inside of the white blood cell like this. This is about bacteria. The bacteria enters into the inside of the white blood cells. Already the white blood cell, inside of the white blood cell having lysosome. See, this is lysosome. This is called what? Lysosome. Then this lysosome is combined with this bacteria. The lysosome is combined with this bacteria. It attach, it come and join with the bacteria. Then what will happen here? This is lysosome. Again the bacteria is enters into the lysosome body. That means inside of the lysosome. So once the bacteria enters into the lysosome release some enzymes on that. So immediately here lysosome release the enzymes. Then these enzymes digest the bacteria. So these enzymes are digest the bacteria. Digest the bacteria. Like these lysosomes are helpful for to digest the bacteria cell. So this kind of process we are called as a phagocytosis. What is the name of this process? Phagocytosis. Phago means eat. Cytosis means inside of the cell. The bacteria cell is eaten by the lysosome. So this process is called phagocytosis. Now coming to the next one more example. Commonly in our body having some old and useless cell organelles. For suppose I will take one cell organelle. See, for suppose this is one cell. So in this cell, one useless cell organelle, old and useless. For suppose I will take mitochondria. See, this is the mitochondria. So which type of mitochondria means it is a useless and old cell. Which type of it is? Useless and old cell. So it is old cells. Then it becomes into destroy. Who destroy this old and useless cell means lysosome. See here, lysosome is also present here. This is called lysosome. Then this lysosome is come and contact with this useless and old mitochondria cell organelle. Then what will happen here? The mitochondria is enters into the inside of the lysosome like this. Okay, now students, when it contact with the old and useless cell mitochondria, then what will happen? The mitochondria is enters into the inside of the lysosome. Then immediately what will happen here? The lysosome release some enzymes here also. It release some enzymes. So these enzymes digest the old mitochondria. This kind of process we are called as a autophagy. 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 Auto means self. Phagy means eat. So, like that, lysosomes, they are involved to destroy the old and useless cell organelles which are present in our cells. So, that is the second example. Then coming to the one more example. See, when we observe the amoeba cell, not amoeba. See, when we are going to the some of the other cells in our body, what kind of cells means old and worn out cells. For suppose this is one cell in our body. So which kind of cell it is means it is a old and worn out cell. Worn out cell, that means old cell. Then it becomes into destroy. Who destroy or who digest this old and worn out cell means lysosome. How it destroy mean? See, commonly the the lysosomes, they have in acidic nature, remember, but the cell having the neutral pH, it having neutral pH and it is a acidic pH. So a number of lysosomes which are present in the old cell, old and worn out cell. For suppose one cell is becomes into old, then how to destroy this cell? Who destroy this old cell means lysosome. How it destroy means a number of lysosomes, they are present in the old and worn out cells. They release some enzymes into the cell like this. They release some enzymes into the cell. So these enzymes, they destroy or they digest the whole cell. They digest the whole cell. This process is called apoptosis. Apoptosis. So here lysosomes, three functions, three examples are given. One is called what? Phagocytosis, where it is occurs in WBC cell. Then what is the second one? Autophagy, where it is occurs, it occurs in the old and useless cells. The third process, apoptosis, where the apoptosis will occurs, it occurs in the old and worn out cells. So this is the complete information of the lysosomes. Understood? Okay, if you want take a screenshot now, you will take. Okay students, now coming to the one more cell organelle. So here lysosomes explained, then coming to the vacuoles. How the vacuoles are present, where the vacuoles actually present and what are their function, now I will discuss. See. See students, this is my 7th video of this chapter. Okay, now coming to the vacuole. Commonly, vacuoles are not a single type, there are also different types. So what are the types of vacuoles? So vacuoles. So vacuoles are not a single type. In all organisms, they are also different types. What are the types means? For example, first one is called food vacuole. And second one is contractile vacuole. Contractile vacuole. And third one is central vacuole. Central vacuole. Understood? So in all organisms, vacuole are majorly three types of vacuoles are present. What are they? Food vacuole, contractile vacuole, and central vacuole. Okay, the food vacuole and contractile vacuole, both types of vacuoles we are seen in amoeba. Remember, these two types of vacuoles are present in which organism? Amoeba. Then where the central vacuole present means it is present in the plant cell. It is present in the plant cell. Okay, what is the role of food vacuole and contractile vacuole which is present in the amoeba? See, I will draw the amoeba diagram. See, for suppose this is the amoeba. It consists of majorly two types of vacuoles. One is called food vacuole and another one is called contractile vacuole. So this is food vacuole and this is called contractile vacuole. Understood? Two types of vacuoles are present. So what is the use of these vacuoles in this amoeba? See, commonly you know very well, here's food is substance is present near to the amoeba. This is for suppose somewhat food. What will happen here? Immediately the amoeba forms pseudopodia around the food like this. They form pseudopodia. This is called what? Pseudopodia. So this food is enters into the amoeba body and then it reaches into the one vacuole. So which vacuole it enters? Food vacuole. Then it will be, the food is digested in the food vacuole. After digestion of this, then those substances, some of the substances which are released into the cytoplasm of the cell. From cytoplasm of the cell into contractile vacuole. This is called what? Contractile vacuole. During this time, what will happen here means the lysosome which is present in inside of the amoeba cell. This is called lysosome. So this lysosome come and contact with this contractile vacuole. Then what will happen here? Here the lysosome which is come and contact with the contractile vacuole. Then these food substances are reaches into inside of the lysosome like this. Then these food substances, actually which kind of food substances means waste materials, remember. These are the waste substances. The useful substances are given to the cytoplasm, then the waste only enters into the contractile vacuole, remember that. So the waste substances which is enters into the contractile vacuole, the contractile vacuole is combined with the lysosome. Then the lysosome release some enzymes on that like this. With the help of these enzymes, the waste substances which are present in the contractile vacuole, they are eliminated into outside. They are eliminated into outside. So like this process we are noticed in the contractile vacuole which is present in the amoeba. Okay. Next, coming to the central vacuole. Where the central vacuole is present means it is present only the plant cell, remember. Already you know very well, the plant cell having two membranes, one outer thick membrane and also one more thin inner membrane. See here like this, this is a plant cell. Which type of cell it is? Plant cell. See, in the plant cell the outermost layer is called cell wall. Innermost layer is called plasma membrane. Both are present in the plant cell. Okay, inside of the cytoplasm of the plant cell, here lysosomes are present here. vacuoles are present here. See, the vacuoles are too big in the plant cell. Remember that, like this. So this part of the plant cell is called vacuole. Which type of vacuole it is called? Already I wrote. Central vacuole. What is this? Central vacuole. Remember, the central vacuole is present only the plant cells. Then the central vacuole which is present in the plant cell, it is the big cell organelle in the plant cell. Nearly it occupies 90% of space of the plant cell. Most of the space which is present in the plant cell is occupied by the central vacuole. How much space? Nearly 90% of the space is occupied by the central vacuole in the plant cell. Remember that. The remaining 10%, the other cell organelles are present. See, the nucleus is present in one side only, like this double membrane structure. After that, endoplasmic reticulum and lysosomes. The remaining all cell organelles, they are occupies only 10% of the space, but only the vacuole is the central vacuole. It occupies the 90% of the space in the plant cell. Okay, what is the function of this vacuole? See here, it stores the calcium and also chlorine, some kind of ions. So what is the main function of this vacuole? Means it stores ions, mostly ions, and also it stores the some kind of pigments also. It stores the pigments. Which type of pigments? Means it stores some important pigments, anthocyanin pigments. So it stores anthocyanin pigment. So it stores the anthocyanin pigment, and also it stores the waste materials. It stores the waste materials, and also it stores the water. It stores the water. See, these are the major functions of the central vacuole which is present in inside of the cell. What are the functions? So many ions are stored in the vacuole. Then after it stores some pigments. What is the name of pigment? Anthocyanin pigment. And it also stores the waste materials. Then it also stores the water. Okay, you have to remember one thing here. When the cells are in younger age, that means the early age cells, early age plant cells, the vacuoles are small only. So I will write here, in early cells, early aged plant cells. See, in early age, for suppose this is the early aged plant cell. In this early aged plant cell, the vacuole is small. Remember, in the early age cell, the vacuole is not too much big. It is small only. So this is called what? Vacuole. Compared to other cell organelles, vacuole is also small in the early age cells. Then what will happen here means the water which is enters into the vacuole. So the plant cells absorb the water which is enters into the vacuole like this. See, this is the plant cell, and inside of this vacuole, I will draw blue color with blue color. See, this is vacuole which is filled with water. Then once it filled with water, it gives some pressure like this. It gives some pressure into the vacuole. The water gives some pressure. Then commonly, automatically, what will happen here? The size of the vacuole will be becomes into big like this. The size of the vacuole is becomes into big due to the water which is enters into the cell. Like this, once enter into the cell, the water give pressure on the vacuole. Then what will happen? The vacuole size is increases. Like that, in plant cell, the size of the vacuole will be increases. So this is about the central vacuole. How the central vacuole is present in early cells, and also these are completely matured cells. In matured plant cells, the size of the vacuole is big compared to the early cells. How it increases means the smaller vacuoles, they receive the water, they increase their size, they provide some pressures on the vacuole, then the size of the vacuole will be big. So this kind of vacuole is present in the plant cells. So mostly when we observe the amoeba cell, the one more important function of the vacuole is it will be participate in the osmoregulation. Remember, already we discussed it. The extra amount of water enter into the contractile vacuole. Then the contractile vacuole, see, for suppose this is amoeba cell. Then this is contractile vacuole. Water enter into the contractile vacuole. Then what will happen here? The water is eliminated from the vacuole into outside. This function is carried out by the lysosome. So listen here. So the vacuole, this is a vacuole. Remember, vacuole function, it receives the more water, and the extra water which is present in the vacuole, the water is eliminated from the vacuole into outside. So this kind of process is called osmoregulation. Osmoregulation. Osmo means water. Regulation means balance. So which cell organelle is balance the water which is present in the amoeba. So this is called amoeba. Which cell organelle? Vacuole. Remember that. Like that in humans, which part or which organ is involved in the osmoregulation? We are humans. In our body also, the water balance also need osmoregulation. So in the humans, one organ is involved in the osmoregulation. Which organ? Kidney. Remember. So the kidney eliminates the extra water and salts which are present in our body by the filtration. Okay, so we will complete 4 cell organelles in before class and today class. What are the 4 cell organelles? One is endoplasmic reticulum, second one Golgi complex, third one lysosomes, and fourth one is vacuoles. Okay now students, so these 4 cell organelles together we are called as a endomembrane system, remember. Okay, next the remaining cell organelles we are going to discuss in next class. ఓకే, ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే ఖచ్చితంగా లైక్ చేయండి, అట్లానే మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి షేర్ చేయండి. మీరు ఇచ్చేటువంటి ఈ లైక్స్ మాకెంతో ఉపయోగకరంగా ఉంటాయి. అట్లానే నేను ముందు ఈ నీట్ బయాలజీకి సంబంధించి ఫుల్ కంటెంట్ అనేది వీడియో రూపంలో మీకు ఖచ్చితంగా అందిస్తాను. Okay, thank you students. We will meet in the next class. Okay, thank you.